Good afternoon, Belize. I'm Isana Cayetano, and it's time for your midday check-in with News 5. Here are the top stories to keep you in the loop. Stolen horses and animal cruelty. A trio of young men is arrested for a heinous crime. Police officers, forensic experts, and other stakeholders meet to discuss a proposed new DNA law. A group of children heads to LA for Garifuna Survival Day celebration. And in this week's episode of Belize Unreal, we'll feature the oldest hardware store in San Ignacio. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
In the face of tragedy, you depend on accurate and timely information. In times of triumph, you seek to be inspired. You demand transparency and accountability. Your desire is to know and to understand, to be heard and seen. I take pride in telling stories that safeguard communities. Your dedication and success live on through these reports. Getting to the truth is my duty. My unwavering commitment is to tell the stories that matter the most to you. I am News 5.
Welcome back. Police have detained 3 individuals in connection with the theft of 15 horses from a farm in Ladyville. The incident has gained public attention after a disturbing video surfaced showing the suspects brutally attacking one of the horses. The video has sparked outrage and calls for harsher penalties against animal abuse. Residents in Ladyville reported seeing the suspects walking along the highway on Wednesday afternoon with at least 7 horses, but no one suspected anything at the time. The farm's owner, 44-year-old Joshua Trapp, initially reported the 15 missing horses to the police. So far, he has managed to recover 7 of them, including the injured horse. Veterinary professionals have been stepping up to offer their support and care for the injured animal.
To be honest, when we saw the video, it was, I guess it could be related as how everyone would react to a video with such disgust. Very disappointed. That it was actually some young men actually performing such disgusting tasks, no? And for us as a company that really strives on animal care, that is something that we really don't tolerate those kind of things there. So our first reaction was to see how we could render the assistance. I know the public was trying to get assistance for themselves, but we just wanted to reassure that, companies can come together and help with this situation. No?
There's a big discussion taking place today about a new proposed DNA law that aims to tighten up the rules around collecting and filing DNA evidence for court cases. The bill is designed to close the loopholes that let criminals slip through the cracks and get acquitted due to a lack of proper legislation. Essentially, it would give the court the power to decide when someone needs to provide a DNA sample for testing in a criminal case. The United Nations Development Program is hosting a meeting with experts in forensics, prosecutors, the police, and the Ministry of Health and Wellness to hash out these details. According to UNDP Representative Amelin Mendez, the bill could be a game changer for how justice is served in Belize.
With DNA legislation in place, it embodies the National Forensic Science Services to be able to create a DNA database. What does that mean then for you if you have a matter on hand? If you're the victim, you'll be able to get justice in a more timely manner. If you're a suspected person of a crime and your DNA does not match, you would not have to be on remand, right? Because it's clear that you're not guilty for any of these crimes. So this will really transform the way that we process evidence in the country, and it will help persons to get a timely verdict.
Could you explain how it helps victims to get that timely verdict that you speak of? What does it expedite in the process?
Well, right now we do not have any legislation in place to get DNA evidence. So this is what the legislation is putting in place.
This morning, a dozen children are on their way to Los Angeles to participate in the annual Garifuna Survival Day Mass. They are part of the Habaya Uarane group and will showcase Belize's rich Garifuna culture through poetry and dance. We spoke with the delegation before their flight to hear more about this exciting opportunity.
We are going to LA to participate in the annual Garifuna Survival Day Mass, and it's celebrating 228 years of resilience. And we just want to display the talent of the children of Dangriga.
So have you guys prepared anything specific to showcase? What exactly is that?
I believe we've prepared 2 or 3 dances, and we have a lot of songs ready to sing and to share.
And is this your first time going on a trip like this for your group?
Yes, this is our first time traveling outside of the country with my group.
We do the Garifuna cultural dances, the different dances.
And how long has this group been together?
This group have been together for 3 years. And we had 2 other leaders, but my mom, Margaret M. Castillo, she passed. So we have Mrs. Dorina Castillo, who is also a leader of this group.
And how many people are involved in this group, and how is it that so many children are parts of it? You know, that's quite the accomplishment that you can get so many young people involved.
Well, we have 25 kids in this group, but we only brought 12 children in this trip.
Nearly 50 years ago, Juan Chuk helped pave the way for business owners in San Ignacio as one of the first local hardware and supermarket owners in the area. His business grew to be one of the largest in the Twin Towns, making Juan Chuk a recognizable name to all his loyal patrons. In today's edition of Belize Unreal, we sat down with Chuk to hear how his business began and what it means to leave a legacy behind. Here's a sneak peek at that story.
And my business grew very, very, very big. But bad luck, I get sick, you know, with the COVID.
So what kind of business was it? Was it a supermarket? What did you sell?
We started at a grocery shop, you know. From them, like how I worked 16 years in the field with heavy duty equipment, I started to go into the hardware, in the plumbing hardware, construction hardware. And a lot of people helped me though, because I remember when I was selling cement, I couldn't buy no steel. So American Jamaican come and live in Santa Elena. He told me, I need some steel, man. I tell him, I know sell, I only sell cement. He said, how can you buy steel? Why you don't buy? I tell him, I don't have no money. He said, how much money you need? I tell him about, more or less about 10,000. Oh, he said, I will give you the 10,000, you buy your steel, you give me my steel, and then you pay me afterwards. Tell him, really, you will do that? He said, yes. I tell him, thank you. And the man gave me the money, so I had one truckload of steel.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit us on channel5belize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.
I am Alexander Guzman, the children of St. Matthew and the School, visited the Channel 5 studio today.